Where is Waldo Stadium? Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Michigan Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And now the hit knocks it loose. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Grab behind the line. It's Murphy.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Broncos send out the punt unit. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quick handoff. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Boy, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were first and second down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive.
Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking for room, it's Burns. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Caught over the middle. It's Murphy. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Slater. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He's going to bring it out from deep. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. Throwing right. He's got it. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Makes his connection. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. to the air. It's Slater. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Fires to the big fella. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to him on the ground. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Western Michigan. He'll try to tack on one more.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown Gators. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 10 over Colorado. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to throw, it's Slater. He looks that one in nicely.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice move to keep moving. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The give on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They'll run it to the right. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Dropping back, it's Slater. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg the difference.
On first down, here comes this offense. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Bully ball on 3rd and short. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide out in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Using his legs, it's Graves. Strong, firm tackle. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt tying the game, they instead want to take the lead on 4th down. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. He didn't get there. Knocked back on 4th and goal, and he loses a yard to the 2.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They believe they can run right here. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offensively, it's a really tough area, right? When you're in the black zone, you're backed up inside your own 20, and in this case, even further back towards the end zone. I'm just trying to create space for my quarterback. If I drop back and pass, and I get sacked, it's a safety. So I need to run the football, give myself a little bit more daylight, but I just need to have a little more success than I did there.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They're bringing heat. He's got the back in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll go to the ground. The ball is out behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give him the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? Makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Release to the back. Finds his man. It's Burns. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Buying some time. Finds the tight end. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll pull it down and run. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy. Maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Defense in press coverage. They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it Slater. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Some misdirection with the counter. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up for the completion.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Getting some heat. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up what he can and then slides. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return.